Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with my sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we've got some more good pictures. In fact, we'll show people.
How about some sponsors first?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Ooh, Lordy.
Just a sneak name it. Piggly Wiggly. Go down to your local Piggly Wiggly store. 2 locations in Opelousas, 1 in beautiful downtown Simsport. Go by and get all your good stuff. You know, it's that one of those last weekends before you got to go back to school with the kids. You can go get all those good pork steaks, all those good things you like to grill on the barbecue pit for the weekend. Get that good royal oak coal, some of that good lighter fluid. You can get, don't forget school supplies as well. You know, they've got very good prices on your packs of pencils, your packs of paper, your small composition books, your crayons, all that kind of stuff. Colors, as they used to call it when I was a kid. I learned later the word was crayon, but they call that colors when I was a kid. Yeah. You can get all that good stuff over at the Piggly Wiggly as well, with all those good locations to serve you. And let's go to Quarters Casino. If you go north of Opelousas to Quarters Casino at exit 23, you can get some of that good Chevron gas, some of that good Chevron diesel. They've got crispy, crunchy chicken inside, Subway sandwiches, Stucky's candy inside, El Pico de Gallo, Mexican cuisine, cantina, and cantina and restaurant with margaritas if you're interested in margaritas as well. And if you want to do a little gaming, they've got the casino side as well to have a good time at the Quarters.
Okay, and we're going to
Opelousas.
Show a picture. People ask, where do you live? I guess they probably think I don't even have a house because I'm always in this town, that town, traveling in the area. And it's to kind of break the ice and get items and people and things to show on the Bobby Dupre. This is a picture of my home. I live in Opelousas, just on the south end of Opelousas, not far from I-49. It's a circular drive, and there's a pond on the side, and there's the pond. So when you're looking for my house, it's easy to find. A pond that shows right off the side of the road, and then the circular drive kind of depicts it as the Bobby Dupre home right there. There you are. And I was loaded up to go to Natchez and take a ride over there, and also do some work in my little shed and all, and I'm going back this weekend. And I had a phone call just now before taping the program on Tuesday morning. Joe Fred's going to want me to bring Mr. Jim Bervin over to Natchez, and they're going to stay at Joe Fred's camp. Joe Fred and his brother Jimmy each have a nice big mobile home. I have a picture of from a distance. I'll get a better picture this week when I bring Mr. Jim over there. But Joe has to run in there. You know, Joe takes care of everybody. Well, he and Lee needs to get a checkup at some doctor out of town, and Joe Fred volunteered to go do the driving. And Mr. Jim will come in for a few days, and I'm sure he's going to visit everybody. So y'all shape up at Evangeline Downs Hotel. You know,
the man's coming.
The man is coming, although he's retired from that position. This young man here, and I just realized I didn't see the copy of his motorcycle picture. He sent it from his cell phone, so it's on his name, and I can't find the card, so that's not too good. But this young man is from South Carolina. He works for Walmart. He's a truck driver. He loves his job over here, and he loves the area, and he's going to call me when he brings his motorcycle down from South Carolina to Opelousas. We're going to go riding. Nice, nice young man. And this picture here of this home is
Glasscock
Island. And if I'm not mistaken, LHC Group had most of that hunting area there under lease. If I'm not mistaken. They did. I don't know if they still do, probably do. And Joe Fred and them are right across the road. We'll get to that picture later, but that same area, and then but I'll talk about it again. And
sunset there.
These pictures here, that's in Natchez.
All right.
And that's the Mississippi River.
On the river with the tugboats working, pushing barges.
And this young lady here, I spoke about the facility where she works. And where's the picture, Bobby?
You had a business card for her.
A business card for her.
That's the Natchez Children's Home that's
Natchez it's up and down instead of sideways. Right. That's why it's kind of hard to find. And this is Miss Nancy Hungerford. And they were having an antique sale, and I went by, and she was handing me her card. That's her card she's handing. Very nice, and I told her she was surprised I had spoken about the children's home last on the program that just showed last week. My father, of course, was an orphan child from one of these type homes, but his was from New York City and came down on an orphan train, and she said, oh, that sounds very interesting. I don't think she was aware of this movement. But good morning to you, Miss Nancy, and very nice. And this young man here is a security guard for the casino, Magnolia Bluffs Casino.
Right.
And his name is Kelvin Brown, and he's the lead officer in the security department, and he gave me some information on how to get to some people over at the Sprint Mart. There you
go. We'll get there in a minute too. There's the barges
some more barges right here.
And the bridge.
You see
that goes to
the commerce that's created with the Mississippi River. It's amazing. 40% of the goods transported in the United States is at one point or another is on the Mississippi
almost
River.
All the grain,
or the mouth.
Almost all the grain has to go there, and how much of that oil, you know, those big tankers can come up the river. Then we've got the offshore platform with those pipes that pipe it up. So I mean, you got, and there's one of the boats.
That's the old boat.
At Natchez under the hill.
Under the hill, that's correct. And that we went there last week, and this is Peter Trusclair, barbecue. This is a pit that's very similar to the pit that Ray Bello has used for years.
That's some chickens, and that's some ribs.
And that's some ribs. Look, just breaking loose. He was catering a job for the golf tournament that was taken to the Natchez City Golf Tournament taking place.
A bit of ribs left on the grill. I could go by and get some.
He broke off a few of them. Boy, we ate
sampled.
Nothing else, just that.
And that's some of his
Some of the employees working, they've been with him a long time. Even these young ladies, as young and pretty as she is, she's been there. This young lady is kind of new on the job, loves her job, she told me. And this is Kim. Kim's been with Biscuits and Blues for a long time. That's the name of the store, of the restaurant. And this young man's been there a long time, kind of fills in the kitchen, any department they need him.
There you go.
And Saturday afternoon, there was a function taking place in Faraday, and they had a name for it, and right here, they called that the
Pick Your Passion, Louisiana.
Pick Your Passion, Louisiana. And this is a tour of 5 cities that Jay Darden, who is now in charge of tourism
as the Lieutenant
Governor. That was not officially part of their department, but it is now. And I want to compliment Jay for having put together a real team of professionals to tour the state of Louisiana. This was in Faraday, and they have a museum there, and they have 3 people in that little bitty town that became famous, and almost all of them at the same time, because they're within a couple of years of the age.
One or 2 years apart, and I think they're all first cousins,
and they're all cousins. Jerry Lee Lewis, and then you've got Jimmy Swaggart, and then you've got Mickey Gilley. And each one of them, in his own right, hit the top of the board. Jerry Lee Lewis playing the piano and singing.
And Mickey Gilley the same. And to be honest, Jimmy Swaggart, a whole lot of what he does as a preacher was playing the piano and singing as well.
And when you go back to the blues, rhythm and blues music, they had a table of guests. Well, right here. That's
right here.
Then finally, I got up and moved the
the flowers so you could see their faces.
so you could see the participants' faces, and they all had their background in church music. And very interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Then they had a 45 minutes, maybe an hour program, a film, and Harry Connick Jr. was the moderator of that film. And he is some sharp young fella, nice looking young guy.
That is a sharp guy too, but the boy went to the next level. I mean, he's been an actor.
Harry Connick was a district attorney
in Orleans Parish.
As long as he wanted the job.
Tremendous drummer and singer himself.
Oh, come on.
Oh yes,
See,
definitely. Really nice
I always
guy.
kept him in his phone number in case I got in trouble.
That's right. That's right.
I never knew him.
Now you can call him if you need a drummer.
I was in his company, yeah. But Harry Connick Jr., if you can get to watch this, LPB they're going to add about 15 more minutes to the film, and then it's going to be shown throughout the United States by an agreement that the public broadcasting stations across the United States have asked if they could have the rights to show it.
National Public Broadcasting will pick up the Louisiana Public Broadcasting.
That's correct. And I'm telling you, you talk about good for business. This is good for business. And this man here, last week, we showed a sign, the Ely Brothers, and I talked about it. It's in the best location of all these signages that they have in the city of Natchez, Mississippi. It's on the bluff overlooking the Mississippi River, and the big hotel, the Grand Hotel, is you walk out of the Grand Hotel, and this is the first sign you see, the Ely Brothers. And I had the opportunity to take a picture with YZ Ely. We the same age, we the same height, I might weigh about 10 pounds
you
more
might be
than
related,
him.
you never know.
Could be. I'd call him cousin. You talk about a man he learned his music in the churches.
He and his two brothers started a band he was the head of the band, and then I think the older brother got in the music business as well. So I mean, they're very famous for the Natchez area, blues and funk music.
Two of the brothers left and then got into blues up in Memphis and all,
very talented guys.
Very talented. And thanks for letting me have a picture with you. This picture will be shown in my outdoor kitchen, where I save all my important people's pictures. And this young lady is in charge, Miss Leanne Weil. She's a Deputy Assistant Secretary in the Louisiana Office of Tourism. Sweet little lady, taking care of the boss man. And this young lady is Gay Guscio, and she retired from the Office of Tourism in Louisiana after 33 years. Now she's working at Longwood in Natchez, Mississippi.
That's a nice.
I think I have that correct. I think that's the right.
I've been there before.
And this lady here is Miss Dr. Susan Roach. She is associated with Louisiana Tech University in Ruston, Louisiana. Very, very up to date on all the various types of music in Louisiana.
Really?
I complimented her, face to face when I saw her after the panel broke up. After they took a break, and very intelligent and very. Speaks in a way that it's easy to understand her.
Not just the textbook.
That's correct.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back for the last quarter of the Bobby Dupree Show.